Hello and welcome back to another episode of Transport Fever 2. In the last episode, we were able to pretty much connect up every city on this side of the river. And so now, in these next few episodes, we're going to work on connecting all the cities on this side of the river. There's not too many left. Some of them are already connected by passenger stations, such as these 5 here, and Arlington and Murrieta. However, there are quite a few that are still not connected, such as these 3 here, and some of the ones all the way out here. Now, I don't think we'll be able to get to all of them in one episode, but we will definitely be able to start making progress towards connecting all of these cities. And so I think the first thing we're going to do is connect Knoxville, Toledo, and Mesquite here to this station, which we'll have to rework a bit. And we'll see how much time we have after that. Maybe we can extend the Arlington line all the way over to Durham. So let's get started by placing down our stations. We will want a passenger station in Knoxville. Let's go with one of these. Right onto this road here. Actually, let's build a new road. That comes right out this way. It is kind of going into this mountain, but that's something we'll just have to deal with. We'll make sure our settings are correct, and then we can place it down. There we go. So now we can come over to Toledo and find a good spot out here to place one. This one's going to be a little bit tougher. I think having one right next to the river, if we can squeeze one in right over here, we'll be able to sort of cut through the city before it gets really developed. So we can just do that. And we have our station here. Now, up here at this station, we're going to have to sort of rework it so that we don't have to create a lot of crossovers and junctions just to get a new train in here. So it'll probably be best if we pause. And now let's look into expanding another 2 set of tracks. Just like that. Put a row of passenger platforms in there. And then we'll just want some simple stuff like the underpasses and some roofs. So now all we're gonna have to do is just delete some of this track and get it to line up in the new parts that we just placed down. Alright, so we did have to pull these tracks back pretty far, but that's just so we don't get any sharp, awkward turns coming back into the station. Seems to be having issues with this road. So we'll delete that real quick. Connect. Oh. There we go. Then we'll just connect this road like that. Alright, so now we have to connect up these tracks, which we can do pretty easily. It does put a little bit of a weird bend, but that's okay. It still won't be an issue for us at this stage. And now we can just connect up these stations. It might be a little tough because we have to be careful of mountains and elevation changes, but we will see how this turns out. So starting out here in Knoxville, we can start to bring our track down next to the river, as I think we need to go a little bit lower for the station in Toledo. We're going to want to keep this as low as possible. I think bringing it straight out like this works pretty well. And luckily here we only get one road crossing. I might redo this just because of how weird all of that was. We'll replace that with a new road. Looks like that's going to be weird too. Maybe we can just bridge under it. It doesn't like that either. Well, anyway, we got this to work. It doesn't look that great from above, but we don't have any weird bumps in the road like we did before. And continuing on, we want to bring it all the way down to the river and around. So that I can connect right into the station. And then we'll want to do the same thing. We'll want to keep close to the river so we don't really mess with anything we have set up here. And now that we're sort of past that, we'll want to start to work our way up and away from the river. It looks like we had to make a tunnel. That's fine. And hopefully getting up here won't be too steep. We'll see what it gives us. And that might just be what we have to go with. But it looks like we're able to get up here pretty easily. So lucky for us, I don't think we have any severe elevation changes where the train will have any issues going up or down. So now what we can do is we can go back through and add a second track so we can run multiple trains. So I'm going to do that, place signals down, and we'll be back after that. Okay, now we have everything placed down. We have the train depot here, and we can make our train. So I think we've unlocked a few more since last time. And one thing I want to note is that this train here, even though it is really powerful, and one of our fastest trains, it costs almost twice as much as any other train that we have right now to run. So this is 2 million. Some of the other ones are only 700,000. This one's 1.5 million. This one's only 750,000. And these are all even lower. So I think we're going to choose a less heavy-duty train, as we haven't really had issues getting up to full speed with our passenger lines. And just by looking at it, it seems like this train here, the Flying Scotsman, can do just fine with speed and power. So we're gonna give it, let's say, yeah, let's go with 3 for now. 3 passenger cars. And this is a longer line, so I think we're gonna also put 3 of these trains on it. Alright, so now hopefully when we resume, we should start to see these trains come out. Now I'm gonna space them out so that they aren't all on top of each other as they go through their route. And we'll be back to see them working, hopefully, at full capacity. Alright, so we got these trains running through this line, and the next thing we need to do is add bus stations to get people to each of the stations in each of these cities. So as usual, we're going to add a bus stop right in front of the station, and then place a couple just around town where they will cover as much area as possible. Just like that. And then we have a road depot down here where we can buy a good amount of buses. And then make a new line. And we can get those buses rolling. So we have our bus loops set up in each of these cities, and it looks like Knoxville is already getting some people waiting. So we'll let that start to cycle through. Toledo, same thing happening down here. And up here, oh, it looks like we have a ton of people waiting at these bus stops. So what we're gonna have to do is find a road depot nearby, probably this one, and get probably 5 more buses on this line, because we also just have a ton waiting at the passenger station. So there we go. Those buses should be on their way over, and hopefully we can sort out this passenger situation we have here. Quickly, we just gotta connect this up. I think we're doing good. So now the only cities left to connect up are Durham, Corpus Christi, and Brownsville. So I think that's going to be all for this episode. This episode is going to be fairly short, but next episode we will definitely finish connecting every city, and at that point people will be able to go wherever they want on the map, and that should greatly help with development of all the cities throughout here. After that, hopefully we can just start focusing on industries and goods and just making the largest cities we can by providing as many resources as possible. So if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any feedback or suggestions, leave a comment below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.